A half an hour of just emotional and riveting testimonials from the families of the Marjory Stoneman Douglas victims. We also heard from the governor himself, and he directly placed the blame for that shooting at the feet of the outgoing sheriff. Jim, were you surprised by how direct he was in his message?
No, there's a couple of things that stood out for me. He talked about a neglect of duty and incompetence, and while he said he was not interested in dancing on the political grave of Scott Israel, this was the quote that stood out to me. The massacre might never have happened had Broward had better leadership in the sheriff's department. That's his case in a nutshell. I was just reading through the executive order that was just signed a few moments ago. It's a 6-page. It outlines line by line all of the failures of the Broward Sheriff's Department, culminating in these lines, again, from the executive order. Sheriff Israel has egregiously failed in his duties as sheriff of Broward County. Sheriff Israel has failed to maintain a culture of vigilance and thoroughness amongst his deputies in protecting the peace in Broward County. And Sheriff Israel has demonstrated during multiple incidents that he has not provided for the proper training of his deputies. It comes down to that time and again. He cites not just the Parkland shooting, but also the shooting at the Fort Lauderdale airport. These are a number of things that he outlined that he's prepared to defend if this does go to trial in the state Senate.
Jim, I want to let our viewers know that we are expecting to hear from Scott Israel at any moment. He's expected to hold a news conference at the Mount Olive Baptist Church in Fort Lauderdale. What do you think we're going to hear from Scott Israel?
Well, first off, the choice that Scott Israel has of where he is speaking from tells you a lot. First, clearly race is an element here. The governor just made that point clear. He not only cited the fact that he had appointed Gregory Toney, we're all going to get used to a sheriff with 2 first names, Gregory Toney as the first African-American sheriff of Broward County. He noted that he did it on the same day that he pardoned the Groveland 4, in Tallahassee for that egregious case of racial discrimination some 70 years ago in which those young people were killed.